of the core concepts of the Roland Inspiration Center, and the reason why we chose the name very carefully is that we want it to be an inspiring space for everybody.
Welcome. We are coming to you live from the Roland Inspiration Center right here in downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we have something very special for you tonight. Tonight, we are going to preview for the very first time a digital wind instrument made by Roland, the Roland Aerophone. Let's check it out. Tonight we are very excited to have Toronto-based saxophonist Karen Ng in the house with her band to perform for us on the brand new Roland Aerophone. Now Karen is an eclectic musician and she's been involved in a range of projects all across the grid. She's performed in Canada, the US, Europe and Asia. But let's get to the music, shall we? So without further ado, here's Karen Ng, Josh Cole on bass and Nico Dan on the drums to play us a little song. Let's go. Karen, that was great. That was great. Well, being one of the first people to play this Roland Aerophone, what are some of your first impressions of it?
It's great. It's really light, and there's a lot of different sound capabilities. And I can see it. There's a lot of functions for using it as a tool for composing or for practicing. You've got like a headphone jack that you can plug into, and so that
cool.
nobody else hears you. Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah,
Right on.
it's great. There's a lot of things to be done here with this. Yeah.
It looks really comfortable to hold. What's it like to hold?
Yeah, like I said, it's super light, so it's nice to not have to. I mean, I usually play alto, which is not so heavy, but tenors and baries start to get really heavy, and all those functions are on here. So it's definitely really comfortable to play, and it's comfortable to carry around. So yeah.
Great. Now I have a question. Do you see this instrument transcending genres, musical genres?
Oh, well, I mean, as a horn player, I definitely feel like you're, sort of skipping in and out of different kinds of band situations or genres. So with the access to all these different sounds, and I think that it would, I don't know, just, make it more possible to try those things and not be, stopped because you can't carry all those instruments to the gig or whatever. So yeah, no, I think it is definitely useful for different kinds of music.
Right. And what genres of music in particular do you see maybe excel with this instrument?
Well, I mean, I think that there are a lot of actually exotic, like sort of world flutes and things on here, so that would be really cool. It's kind of a tough question because this could really fit into a lot of different things, right? Because of the amount of sounds that they have. But I know that for myself as a saxophone player that doesn't really mess around with like synth sounds and electric sounds. And I mean, we were messing with pedals the other day and it was really, really awesome. So I think that that sort of world of, electronics and synthesized sounds will definitely be cool to have this for that. Yeah.
Great, cool. Well, you got something else for us?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. Wow. So good. You're making me want one. Oh my. Now, Karen, you're known as an eclectic musician that experiments with a multiple of different styles. Tell me, how does this instrument, the Aerophone, compare to an acoustic?
I really do feel like there are two different instruments. Like, I mean, I think that for me personally, what I would want to use with an acoustic saxophone is one thing. And this is different because it's just sort of open to all these other electric possibilities. So a lot of different sounds and patches and pedals and these things. There is the obvious thing that, you know, like saxophone is just the one instrument and this one has several sounds. But I think, you know, one wouldn't really replace the other. They're two things that have two different sort of uses. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool, very cool. Final question, where do you see the Roland Aerophone fitting into future forms of music?
So I think there's a lot of possibilities for this to, you know, be a great tool for actually composition and I think for practicing. So for compositional tools, I mean, to be able to program it to do sort of things that are not usual, like, so, you know, if you press a button, it usually makes a sound and it goes in a logical sort of way. So to program it to do something completely unexpected would give us sort of new sounds and ideas to work with. I also think that as a practice tool, I mean, it'll just, you know, as cities grow denser and whatever, it's really nice to be able to have this to practice at night. And so in that way, I guess people will be creating all the time, so we won't be, you know, tied to the hours of the day.
Excellent.
Just work 24 hours a day.
Exactly. Excellent. Well, do you have one more for us?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. Okay, great. Thanks.